You're watching college softball on the SEC Network. The final weekend of the regular season is finally here, and there's plenty on the line in Tuscaloosa tonight as number 3 Alabama opens up a 3-game series against number 21 South Carolina, a series that will surely impact these SEC standings. Oklahoma up 2 games on both Florida and Alabama, so the Tide's still in the hunt, but they'll need a little help from Texas A&M against the Sooners this weekend. And we welcome you to the booth here at Rhodes Stadium. Gray Robertson alongside the 3-time All-American Kaylee Tao. And Kaylee, there's a lot at stake this weekend. Alabama, as we just talked about, still in the race in the SEC. South Carolina playing their best ball right now.
So much still to play for Alabama. An SEC title, better standings in the SEC. But for both of these teams, it's the perfect time of the season to be hitting your best.
Absolutely. And speaking of hitting your best, how about Tori Inslee for South Carolina? This young lady has been ripping it the last few games.
Her stats have just been off the charts. You see it there, 11 for 19, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs. She is a large reason that they are experiencing some of this late season success.
And she'll be in the 2 spot today for the Gamecocks against one of the frontrunners for SEC Pitcher of the Year, Alabama ace Jocelyn Briskey.
Briskey just having her best season so far. You see there in SEC play, 12 wins, 1.79 ERA, and that strikeout to walk ratio, 6.4, best in the SEC by far. She is going at hitters, and again, just having her best year here in a junior season, leading the Alabama Crimson Tide.
So we'll see that matchup in this first inning as we take a look at the lineup. For Coach Woodard and South Carolina, Quincy Lelio will lead off, and keep an eye on the cleanup spot as Ariana Rhodey, who hasn't had the best year, comes in against Alabama with a good history facing Briskey. She had 2 home runs off her in the SEC tournament in 2025.
Well, sometimes that's what you need. You remember what you did last year, and it can get you on a run this year. Rhodey, a big player there in that 4 spot for the Gamecocks.
Overcast evening on Military Salute Day here in Tuscaloosa. And the first pitch from Briskey is cut on and missed. And we're off and running in Tuscaloosa, taking a closer look at the junior out of Phoenix, Arizona. 2-time SEC Pitcher of the Week, Jocelyn Briskey.
Again, just having her best season. You see there the 153 Ks to 16 walks is because she pounds the zone. Already going at Lelio here with 2 straight strikes. She likes to work really efficiently, split the zone vertically, and just no fear in the circle. Earlier
this week, Briskey announced as a top 25 finalist for National Player of the Year. Up 0-2. Low on Lelio. Oklahoma transfer out of Oceanside, California. 2nd year in Columbia, playing for Coach Woodard. All region a season ago.
See Briskey working her drop ball as well, something she's done a lot more this season, which I think has contributed to some of that success. Hitters have a hard time sitting on one pitch because her rise ball is just as good as her drop ball.
This is looped out to left. Bit of a run for Vandegrift. 1 down.
And this is that good stuff that we were talking about from Jocelyn Briskey. You'll see her work her rise ball a lot. It's her favorite pitch. It's her strikeout pitch, but she's working that drop ball a lot more, and it has great movement on it. And then she can also mix in this deadly changeup. So very tough arsenal of pitches, and a large reason why she's in the running.
Inslee out to the gap, and Tori Inslee's going to stay hot. First pitch double, and the Gamecocks have a runner in scoring position here in the first inning.
And this is the matchup that we were excited about because of the run that Tori Inslee has been having over the last few games. You could tell she had a plan coming into this at-bat. She wanted to swing early at something in the zone. Does just that, gets a barrel on it, gets herself a double.
It's now a .600 batting average in the last 7 games for the NC State transfer, who's on second for Carly Shelton. First pitch to Taylor at third. The throw to second will get Inslee.
That is high-level defense from the Alabama infield. It's a hot shot to the freshman over at third. She gets it on a short hop, fielded very cleanly, and just catches Inslee sleeping off the bag. Jenna Young at second puts the tag on her. That's how you erase a double. And that gives Brisky a lot of confidence in the circle. When your defense is playing like that, who cares if you give up a double? They're going to erase it.
Gamecocks being very aggressive. We've seen now 4 first pitch swings. 0-1 to Rohde. That's smoked out towards left. And that is foul by a foot or 2. Rohde almost did it again, this time in 2026, but instead it's an 0-2 count.
I thought Rohde had some magic here against Alabama. We talked about how good she was last year. Got a good swing on that one. But to your point, Gray, you can tell this offense swinging early, swinging very hard, trying to connect with something early in the count.
Rohde, the Charlotte transfer, second year following her head coach, Ashley Woodard, came to Columbia from Charlotte. Gold Glove winner in 2025 over at first base, was second team All-Region. Last year against Alabama, had those 2 home runs in the SEC tournament, drove in 4 across the 4 games.
I like that 0-2 location. You know, Rohde's been taking some swings, and that one close, but good eye.
Change up, couldn't find the zone, 2-2. Tough play for Taylor. Nice scoop. Good throw. What an inning for the freshman at third. A lot of action early. Off to the bottom of the first, still scoreless between the Tide and the Gamecocks. South Carolina will turn to their ace in the circle in game 1 against Alabama, the senior who has been on quite the ride, getting better each and every year of her career, Jory Hurd.
Hurd, so much experience as a senior, 113 Ks, and it's because of this stuff right here. She has a 2-seam fastball that she'll work kind of like a curveball, and then she uses her rise ball a ton, and she has a deadly changeup that just falls off the table. Having a great year in her senior season and really leading this defense in the circle.
A 1.75 ERA this year for Hurd against ranked teams. She did get a victory against Alabama last year. Facing off against Alexis Papillo, who takes the first pitch over to second. Shelton's throw is in time, 1 down. In steps Brooke Wells, the sophomore out of Round Rock, Texas. Wells in the 2 spot. Here's the rest of the order for Patrick Murphy. Not much of a change from what we saw in Game 3 against Tennessee. And Jenny Young back in the 3 spot. Last 18 games hitting .425.
Yeah, Young just seeing it so well over that stretch. And Alabama kind of needed that bat to develop there behind Brooke Wells, who is having such a good season. And it's been Jenny Young here late in the year.
And what a year it's been for the Houston transfer Wells. Top 10 in the conference in batting average, home runs, RBIs, slugging, OBP.
I mean, just one of the most lethal bats in the country. And I'm always interested every time I watch Alabama play to see how the opposing teams approach her. And it's so important, if you're Alabama, for Alexis Papillo to find her way on base as a leadoff, because then you go right at Brooke Wells. She sees a healthy dose of off speeds, pitches way out of the zone. And sometimes that makes it really tough to get comfortable as a hitter when you're seeing off speed out of the zone and you can't really get in your rhythm. That's exactly what opposing teams try to do to her, because she is so dangerous.
What's the adjustment for a hitter if you know you're going to get a steady dose of off speed and changeup?
Actually, I'm going to bring in a Brandon Tao reference. That's my father, for those that don't know, but he used to tell me, when that's happening to you, you approach it more like a copperhead. A copperhead lays in wait, and when his prey comes by, he does not miss. And so when you're getting some off speeds or you're getting things out of the zone, you're just zoning in, tunneling in on the middle of that zone, and when you get it, you don't miss.
It's a good line.
Yeah, coached me all growing up, did a pretty good job, I'd say.
3-time All-American Kaylee Tao.
Hey, Dad, I know you're listening.
Well, the battle rages on after Papillo grounded out on the first pitch. This will be the 9th from Hurd to Wells. Full count. Got her. First strikeout for Hurd, 2 away.
Talk about a battle within the game. These two just going at it all at bat, and Hurd eventually comes out with the strikeout. She uses that 2-seam fastball, works it away from Brooke Wells, gets the swing and miss. Big out number 2.
First strikeout for either ace here tonight. Jenny Young, first pitch to second. Easy play for Shelton. And we're off and running fully. No score after 1 here in Tuscaloosa. Game 1 of this 3-game set. mentioned South Carolina coming in red hot. Why? Because the Gamecocks walked off Texas A&M to win the series against the Aggies. A nice bunt by Carly Shelton, a throwing error off of the back of Shelton, and the Gamecocks won it 2-1, the exact same score of games, 2-1 over Texas A&M. And there you see the head coach for the Gamecocks, Ashley Chastain Woodard, in her second season at her alma mater. Took the Gamecocks to Supers last year. This season, 30-22 overall, 7-14 in the SEC. Played a lot of big-time games against the top 25 of the RPI. As Jamie McKay again keeps up the trend. First pitch swinging, single to start off the second.
South Carolina's plan right now is to go up there, see a pitch in the zone, swing hard and connect with it. They know that Brisky likes to go at hitters, and using that against her with a couple big hits here early in the game.
Every batter has swung at the first pitch so far. See if that continues with the freshman Kai Byers, Mechanicsville, Virginia native. Got a lot of interesting facts about various Gamecocks in the game notes. Hers is that she met Pete Rose at the airport. She swings at the first pitch but fouls it off.
One also goes to show how much she thinks of him, to put that as her fun fact.
A lot of random run-ins for the Gamecocks with celebrities at airports and Mexican restaurants.
I remember back in my time with the Crimson Tide, we went to Tokyo and my teammates met Post Malone in the middle of Tokyo.
As one does.
Yeah, you never know.
Too far inside, 2-2.
I really like that spot from Brisky. 2 strikes. It's tough. It's in the river.
Got her. First strikeout for Brisky, 1 down.
And this is why you see South Carolina going up there swinging at the first pitch strike, because when you let Brisky get ahead, she can do stuff just like this. Her rise ball has so much movement. It climbs the ladder, gets these hitters swinging out of the zone a lot of times because of how much it jumps throughout the 43 feet.
7 batters, now 7 first pitch swings for South Carolina. Senior Lexi Winters out of Lexington, South Carolina. Second year with the program after, just like Rhodey and a few others, following Coach Woodard from Charlotte. Last season against Alabama, Winters had the 3-run homer in game 2 of that series. That was the only hit for the Gamecocks in a 3-1 win. Hawkins will back up, 2 down.
Brisky doing a really nice job of settling in after that hard single from McKay to start the inning. She works some of her rise ball and her drop ball and then gets a hit on the hands. That's how you combat that. When hitters are coming up swinging hard at you, it's how can you fool around a little bit more early in the at-bat.
Another first pitch swing. Taylor makes the play. Side retired. Leadoff single does no harm. 8 batters with first pitch swings for the Gamecocks, and now we go to the bottom of the second. No score as we journey on to the bottom of the second between Alabama and South Carolina. Tide will have 4, 5, 6 due up. Giles, Roman, and Vandegrift. And Marley Giles had probably the best weekend of her college career last year against South Carolina, and then had a hit in the SEC tournament against the Gamecocks last season. All told, batting .667 in her career against the Gamecocks.
Sometimes you're just feeling good against a certain team, and Marley Giles doing well against the Gamecocks. We'll see if she can continue that trend this year with them visiting at the Rhodes House.
Senior out of Clanton, Alabama. Batting .407, that's good for top 15 in the SEC. Bunts it. Hurd will flip to first, and there's one down.
Marley Giles trying to catch this defense slipping a little bit. But Jory Hurd fielding her position really well. You see Brody over there not crashing from first base, and Giles trying to exploit that. But Jory Hurd comes out of the circle, erases that for the first out.
Foul off by Anna Roman, the freshman. Roman, the last 5 games, does have 3 extra base hits, and now she's got a single to right. First hit of the night for the Tide, 1 on, 1 out.
Hurd has been attacking the lefties with her two-seam fastball under their hands. Roman gets it on the first pitch, and the second pitch she makes the adjustment, catches it out in front, great barrel, hits it very hard into right field, gets Alabama's first hit of the day.
And sets up the All-American Audrey Vandegrift. That's up the middle. Might have been ricocheted off the glove of Hurd, and now Alabama's got 2 on with 1 out.
The lefties from Alabama really making the adjustment on the pitches in the zone. You can tell they've been communicating up and down the lineup on what they're seeing, coming in ready to attack that fastball on the middle inner half.
So 2 straight pitches, 2 straight hits, and a good time for Winters to go have a word with Hurd. The powerful Ambry Taylor, freshman out of Jasper, Alabama, steps in. Batting .325 on the year, 9 home runs. Does have a couple home runs against ranked teams this season.
One of the first looks at that off speed from Jory Hurd, about 56 miles an hour.
This is where Alabama really struggled at the tail end of the Tennessee series. Situational hitting, hitting with runners on, already 1 for 1 here tonight. 2-2.
And there's no formula for that, right? It's always like, how do you practice the timely hitting, the situational hitting? But it's really just getting in there and executing when the right time comes, and good pitching, good defense, timely hitting. That's how you win ball games in the SEC.
Strikeout for Hurd. Working that two-seam fastball for out number 2.
She's so good on the glove side. That outside pitch to righties, it moves a little away, a little down, gives Ambry Taylor multiple pitches and multiple looks at it. Still can't catch up, gets the timely strikeout.
Second for Hurd. And a first pitch ball to Salen Hawkins. The junior from Phoenix, Mississippi State transfer, who was this week Softball America's Defensive Star of the Week. Out towards right, McKay's got a beat, inning over. Couple base hits for Alabama, but nothing across, and we're off to the third, still scoreless in T-Town. Well, we expected a duel tonight between Jory Hurd and Jocelyn Briskey, and through 2 innings, that's what we've gotten here in Tuscaloosa. Scoreless after 2, and Jocelyn Briskey cooking in the circle for the Crimson Tide. What a difference a year makes. Last season, not bad, but this season, to another level for the junior.
Absolutely. She's really finding her way here in her junior season, and I think it's helping her that she has Moten and Palazzi, the freshmen, in the bullpen with her to really help her and give her that support so she's not bearing all that weight herself, can get a little bit more rest. And this year you can tell she's just as comfortable as ever out there in the circle, showing her personality at times. It's definitely a different Jocelyn Briskey. It's paying off for Alabama.
And she gets another swing and a miss. If you're keeping track at home, every Gamecock hitter is swung at the first pitch. And if you weren't keeping track, our lovely graphics crew is able to put it on the screen for you. Shea Anderson, the sophomore out of Moore Park, California. Got her. Check that, 1 and 2, as the scoreboard bamboozles me.
Briskey just continuing to work up and down, trying to give these hitters a different look, change their eye level. That's what's so difficult about having such a good rise ball and a drop ball, and why you don't see it a lot, because they're 2 very different pitches and it's hard to throw them both really well. Briskey does just that, and it's part of why she's so successful.
This is way up in the air and now to play. Anderson just got a piece to stay alive. making her 53rd start for the Gamecocks this year. Last year, she started just 6 games. That time, Brisky got her, looking with the change for out number 1.
Well, if you don't fall for the rise ball or the drop ball, you'll get this. It's the changeup from Jocelyn Brisky. Absolutely freezes Anderson right on the bottom part of the zone. Great pitch from Jocelyn Brisky.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first take on the first pitch. It's by Quincy Lelio, who flew out back in the first.
And this is that chess match within the game, right? You start the second time through the lineup for South Carolina, and how do they change their approach? Because obviously Brisky knows they've been swinging early, and she's changing a little bit, throwing a few more balls early in the count. So I think South Carolina also making their chess move, coming in with a little different approach as well.
Lelio sharply hit to center. White's there for out number 2. A lot of loud outs, even on these outs for the Gamecocks here tonight so far.
And Kristen White makes that look easy in center, but those are actually the most difficult. They're line drives, they got backspin. You don't know whether to back up or stay where you are, and she does a good job. But to your point, Gray, South Carolina connecting with a few and sending them out in the green that have been very loud.
Tori Inslee had a very loud double in the first inning. Her 12th of the year. On an absolute heater of late. Franklin, North Carolina native, first year in South Carolina after transferring over from NC State. And she's going to be 2 for 2. It's a single for Inslee, and she continues to hit the cover off the ball.
She can do it all. It's not hit as well as the double that we saw earlier in the game, but just gets on top of one, beats it in the ground, and finds the right spot up the middle. Gets herself on with a single. And sometimes when things are going right, everything is going right, and that is the best time to be a hitter in this game. You're seeing it well, and you're also getting some of those lucky bounces.
Changeup called strike on Carly Shelton. Shelton hit into that fielder's choice that retired Inslee in the first inning. That's out to left. Another base hit. Back-to-back singles, and the Gamecocks have something working with 2 outs here in the third.
This is a nice job by Shelton, letting this one get deep and just shooting it. It's a drop ball, low and out. Textbook hitting on that pitch, sends it out to left field, and now 2 aboard for South Carolina. It's going to be interesting to see how long of a leash Alabama has on Jocelyn Brisky, because she's been seen multiple times in a weekend and will likely throw more than once. How long do they let South Carolina keep connecting the way that they are?
You've got Moden and Palazzi warming up, and a dangerous hitter at the plate. Ari Rohde, who grounded out in the first, missed a home run by maybe 2 feet.
Rohde's one of those players that you see the average 239 does not speak to what she can do, and that's always in the back of the mind of the opposing team. She can change the game with one swing.
Sharply hit, and it gets past Young. Inslee will come around to score, and the Gamecocks strike first.
Good things happen when you put the ball in play and when you hit it hard. Rohde connects with a ground ball, hits it just hard enough, and it catches Jenna Young on the in-between hop. She doesn't know whether to charge it, back up on it. She takes half a step back, lets that ball play her, and that's an error on the Crimson Tide defense, allows for a run to score.
7th error of the year on Young, an unearned run, and all of this coming with 2 outs. Single error.
We have to commit on those one way or the other. You go in and you create a short hop, or you open up and you create a really long hop. And Jenna Young gets caught in between doing one or the other.
Pinch runner in at first base. Redshirt junior Lexi Shaver, the transfer from Kennesaw State out of Riverton, Utah. Jamie McKay, hard shot. White on the run, will make the grab. South Carolina gets an unearned run, capitalizing with 2 outs, and the Gamecocks lead it. Tide will try and answer on the other side. Not that far away from the postseason and the Women's College World Series. Conference tournaments next week, and then we've got the selection show, and then regionals, supers, and then the best time of the year, Kaylee Tao. We go to the Women's College World Series and watch the top 8 teams in the sport battle it out.
It's absolutely the best time of the year. I wait in June every year because I'm sad the whole week.
And this season in particular, it really feels, some days I watch the games and I go, wow, I think there might be only 2 or 3 teams that can win it. And then other days, it feels like you could name 10 to 12 teams that could win the national championship this season.
You really just never know, and that's why we call it mayhem, because there's going to be upsets. You have no idea who's going to be the 8 teams left standing, and it does feel like it's wide open. I mean, there are a few teams who have separated themselves. You've got the Oklahomas, the UCLAs, the Texas. I mean, Alabama's making a case for their ability to win the national championship, but it's who shows up on any given day, who has the staff, who's able to stay out of injuries, who gets the lucky bounce, and you know, sometimes it's who's playing at home.
Yeah, Alabama, one of those teams that you would think is in a very comfortable position right now to host both a regional and a super regional.
It makes a huge difference to play in front of your home crowd, sleep in your own bed. It's why you're working all year long to put together that resume. You're playing tough non-conference teams. You're trying to win going down the stretch past the eye test, and you see there the SEC and the RPI, one of those metrics that's really used to seed teams and find out who's going to be the top 16, top 8 teams. But you know, you always want to play at home, especially if you're Alabama and you have a crowd like the Rhodes House draws.
Well, and on the topic of the SEC, you look at that list, I would think those first 6 are all certainly in the mix, if not safe, to host a super regional. When you put out all the resumes, you look at it, really it seems like the only spot where there are some questions is the last to host a super.
Absolutely. I think those teams arguably solidified because of what they've already done this season, and playing in a tough conference like the SEC just helps you when you're building that resume, because each weekend you're playing a tough team in a super regional environment. And you look back at last week and you've got Alabama going into Tennessee, and Tennessee stealing 2 key wins to really boost their resume.
This is back to Hurd. She'll hustle and flip for out number 1. So first time through the order, success for Jory Hurd. Now back to the top with Alexis Papillo.
We talked about the chess match for South Carolina and how they were adjusting offensively. It's going to be interesting to see second time through the lineup how Alabama adjusts. I think the lefties need to swing more early in the count. We saw that with Vandegrift and Roman getting those inside strikes like we just saw with Papillo. And then for the righties, they're also getting that 2-seam fastball outside, and Hurd's going to keep challenging them with it until they prove they can hit it.
Quickly 0-2 on the senior out of Crystal Lake, Illinois. Second year in Tuscaloosa after transferring in from Northern Iowa. Coming off a hitless weekend against Tennessee. Trying to spark something here in the third. That'll work if it's fair, but it's foul.
That's almost the adjustment on that inside pitch for Papillo. You want to let it get deep enough, good tilt in your backside, and she just gets around it just a little bit. She'd been missing, been fouling it off, not on time, and finally finds it right there, just a foot foul.
Looks like a wayward ball got away from the South Carolina bullpen. Taken care of by Jamie McKay. After a bit of a break, another 0-2. That time high and away. Did not go. 2-2.
Hurd 3 back-to-back-to-back rise balls after going inside so much. You can tell she's trying to change the eye level of Papillo, not let her sit inside after she had the loud foul ball.
Payoff is smoked off the glove of Shelton. Papillo wins the AB, and Alabama has a single here in the third.
And this is why Hurd was throwing those rise balls, because she could tell Papillo was making the adjustment on the inside pitch. That one left a little bit over the middle of the plate, and Papillo so strong, so much power, gets enough of it to get it past the second baseman into the green.
Up comes Brooke Wells. She struck out in the first on a lengthy at-bat.
See, the outfield for South Carolina has made some adjustments against Brooke Wells. Center fielder pulled over really deep, respecting the power that Wells has.
Crushed! Brooke Wells, goodbye! Number 21! Alabama responds. 2-1 tied in the third.
Well, it doesn't matter how deep your outfield is. when Brooke Wells takes a swing like this pitch left over the heart of the plate on the inner half, and Brooke Wells, just an absolute beauty of a swing. She knew it was gone, absolutely crushed, and the spark that Alabama needed, taking the lead here in the third inning.
That ties Wells for third in program history in single-season homers with Kayla Hunt back in 2012, the 21st of the season for the sophomore. And now a lot for the Gamecocks to talk about. Lots of conferences happening before Jenna Young steps in.
I think just talking to Hurd right here about the chess match, right? Alabama has obviously made the offensive adjustment. They're crushing the pitches that are over the plate, and Hurd has to be a little bit more fine, especially on a hitter like Brooke Wells. You know the approach is nothing over the white. If you're throwing her strikes, you're on the edges of the zone, and that one left just too sweet. So going out there to settle her down, get her back in it, and this is just a whole new inning. After that, no runners on, you go after Jenna Young, try to get your team right back on track.
First pitch foul by Young. When you also think about the single by Papillo, that was an 0-2 count. She worked it full and then ripped it through the right side, and that's what's made that Wells home run a 2-run shot instead of a solo bomb.
Well, and you talk about how good Brooke Wells is, but you also have to tip your cap to Alexis Papillo. She is stellar as well. That's why she's the leadoff in this lineup, because she has at-bats like that where she's able to fight, and get what she wants, something a little bit sweeter, because she just wears you down, right? You fight, and finally she gets what she wants and works her way on base.
Slow roller handled by Shelton, 2 down.
But also why Brooke Wells has been able to have the success she has, because in the back of your mind, it's do you go after Papillo, and then when Papillo does get on, you know, you got a multi-run homer versus a solo.
So in steps Marley Giles, 0 for 1 on the day. Got a fat head in the crowd, supporting the senior. Beautiful change for strike one.
Saw Brisky start throwing her changeup a little bit more. We will probably see Hurd throw hers as well. Both pitchers that have multiple appearances in a weekend and usually try to keep that pitch in their arsenal and throw it more in their second appearance. But when the offenses are crushing your hard stuff, unfortunately, you have to show it a little bit sooner than you wanted to.
Patrick Murphy giving some words to the senior Giles. Not officially the captain, or rather they didn't have a vote, although she was last season. Trying to fight back from 0-2. If it stays in play, there's a chance for Rhodey. It was just out of reach.
Well, not a captain, but still a leader on this Alabama team. They look to her. She's the catcher. She really keeps things steady behind the plate, especially working with 2 freshman pitchers. But Alabama born and raised, and been waiting to wear this jersey a long time.
Giles to center field. Inslee backs up and makes the grab. Hit on the screws, but a catch made in center. No catch on this shot by Brooke Wells.
An absolute shot from Brooke Wells to put her team on top in the bottom of the third. We'll see how South Carolina responds when we come back.
Action-packed game so far. After 3, Alabama leads South Carolina 2-1. Going to the 4th, Gray Robertson and Kaylee Tao in the booth. Now joined by South Carolina head coach Ashley Woodard. And coach, first time through the order, we saw your offense be really aggressive against Jocelyn Briskey. What adjustments are you going to keep making as you see her more in this game?
I think we're making really good contact, so I want to stay with the same plan, just being really aggressive early in the count. It might be some of the best pitches that you see off of her, so I like our aggression. And, you know, we just need to punch back right here. I mean, Jory missed a few pitches there in the inning, which is uncharacteristic of her, and they just made us pay for it. So it's a great game down here, and we just need to keep our aggression level high.
And Coach, Jory Hurd, just the one mistake to Brooke Wells, but pitching really well tonight and throughout the season. What can you say about her?
I mean, she just has led our team. She's kind of put the team on her back this second half of the season, just done so well for us, and we're so proud of her. And, you know, I just want her to keep being really positive and keep attacking the zone. She doesn't miss much, so I don't want her confidence to waver at all.
Coach, thank you for the time, and thank you for the gifts that we've got up here in the press box.
Yeah, shout out to Cinnamon Roll Deli back in Columbia, South Carolina, bringing a little home here to Tuscaloosa.
Awesome, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Ashley Chastain Woodard giving us the Divine Cinnamon Roll Deli box of a dozen cinnamon rolls, partner. Look, I know that we like our food, but I don't know if I can put down 12.
Speak for yourself. I wasn't planning on having 6 cinnamon rolls tonight, but hey, I'm not complaining.
Well, if you're in venue, swing by the TV booth after the game. Maybe we'll just toss them out.
Or don't.
Or we'll leave immediately.
12 to ourselves.
That's right. Find us out in the parking lot where we're hunched over by our cars eating cinnamon rolls. Six, 7, 8 due up for the Gamecocks here in the 4th as they try and answer back. What'd you make of Coach Woodard's answer when we talked about the offensive approach against Briskey?
Yeah, I think that was just the plan going in, being aggressive. And, you know, I talked about the chess match a little bit. It's picking your pitch and, you know, deciding what you're good at and what you want to swing at. And they have trust in their offense to go up there and trust their plan. And sometimes, you know, that's what Briskey having a good year, but you trust yourself and you trust what your team can do. And I think that's what they're proving here is we're going to stick to our plan. We don't care who's in the circle. If it's in the white, we're being aggressive.
Byers struck out in the 2nd, but came in swinging it very well, hitting .500 in the last 5 games. A couple home runs against ranked foes this year. She's caught looking. Briskey paints the corner for strikeout number 3.
Briskey's been putting some 2-strike pitches in this location all game. Finally gets the call against Byers. That pitch so well located. It's the drop ball on the inside half to a lefty. Great pitch for strike number 3.
Winters fouls off the first pitch. Well, from the Briskey perspective, Coach Murphy has talked a lot about the mental game improving so much this year. South Carolina was making a lot of really good contact first time through the order. But currently, the junior looks like she's getting stronger as this game goes on.
Absolutely. And I mean, even after that Jenna Young error, because when teams are putting the bat on the ball, it's you trusting your defense. And even though the defense made a little error, she has still come back and done so well. And she's just a leader that this team needs in the circle.
Two gone for Tate Davis, a sophomore transfer from Ole Miss. We should probably alert the viewing public if there are any long bouts of silence. We are probably eating cinnamon rolls.
I keep getting whiffs, and it's not good for me because it's distracting.
I mean, this is the best this booth has smelled all year.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Kind of an unseasonably chilly evening in Tuscaloosa here on April 30th.
wind blowing in as well. You see the flags over in right center.
I mean, 70 in Tuscaloosa in basically May. That's practically winter. Excuse me, swing to Brisky. Wells actually takes it, and it's 1-2-3 in the fourth. No response for the Gamecocks, and Alabama leads at 2-1 going to the home half. At 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the fourth in Tuscaloosa, and we get a chance to chat with the Hall of Famer, Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy. And Coach, before the game, you were telling us the importance of somebody getting on for Brooke Wells. That person was Alexis Papillo. What makes them such a good duo in the lineup for you?
You're exactly right. You know, Brooke has been really well with her RBIs and home runs, but a lot of them are solos. And today, you know, obviously Lex found the hole. They played a little shift on her. She still got it through the 3-4 hole, and then Brooke did the rest. So we need a little bit more of that.
Coach Jocelyn Brisky, a front runner for SEC Pitcher of the Year. What have you seen from her all year, and why should she win the award?
Tao, number one, she's been extremely consistent. Every time she has started, she's given us an opportunity to win. And, you know, if you're a Major League Baseball pitcher and you're that person, you're giving your team an opportunity to win, you're making millions. And she has done that every single time. Her strike to ball ratio is unbelievable. She's got the fewest walks. I mean, it's just been unbelievable what she's done this year, and I'm really proud of her.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you so much for the time.
Yeah, thanks for being here, guys.
It's Alabama head coach Patrick Murphy sporting the camo on Military Appreciation Day. During the interview, one of the military folk in the crowd started singing Toby Keith, which almost distracted me from Coach Murphy's answer.
Yeah, you could barely hear him because the crowd was going crazy. But thank you to our military from us here in the booth. Not getting a chance to join in on the singing. We were talking to the Hall of Famer.
Next commercial break. 5-6-7 for Alabama. Starting off with Roman, who singled in the second. Roman, a four-star recruit, according to Softball America, coming into college. Has already won SEC Freshman of the Week. Part of a cavalcade of Alabama award winners here this season. 9 different players have won an SEC award this year. That's 2 away from the most in conference history, and there's only 1 week left, so they won't reach that.
Well, I'm biased to power lefties because I just love to watch them hit, being a power lefty. And I think Anna Roman, one of the pleasant surprises for me this year watching this Alabama team, because she swings with so much power, but she also is very smart. She's able to take her walks, but then when you do put it in the zone, she crushes it as well. She lets pitches get deep and goes with them. Just a really pretty hitter to watch play.
Payoff from Hurd. This is sky high from Roman. I think the park will hold it. Catch made by McKay for the first out.
We talked about the wind, and I think the wind was a factor there. Anna Roman hit that ball really hard. Good job by Jamie McKay staying with it. It's tough to navigate out there when the wind is blowing.
You do have a little right field experience.
I knew you were going to bring this up, some horror stories, and that's why I know that it's hard with the wind out there, because Ole Miss 2018, go back and look. See for yourselves.
This is where I wish we had the picture ready, maybe tomorrow. Instead, we have that one of the three-time All-American, Kaylee Tao.
I like that one a little better. More pleasant memories. When anyone asks what position I played, it's always first base. Outfield, not brought into the conversation.
Alabama looking to spark something in the fourth like they did in the third with one out. Vandegrift singled a hard shot up the middle in the second. This time it's a beautiful bunt, but Rhodey plays it perfectly. 2 gone.
That's an adjustment from the South Carolina defense as well, because Rhodey typically does not charge on bunts, and I think that's why you saw Vandegrift put it over down the first base line. But South Carolina, knowing what a threat she is to bunt, Rhodey crashing, making the play, making it look easy.
That's some Gold Glove stuff by Rhodey. Now 0-1 on Taylor, who struck out in the second. Taylor, another one who's won SEC Freshman of the Week this year.
She's been very key at times for Alabama, had some key hits and was on a really hot streak there in the middle of the SEC season. Cooled off a little bit, but another one of those hitters that every swing she is a threat to leave the yard.
Full count. As a freshman, when you go through that 2 or 3 week stretch where it feels like nothing's working, what's the biggest key for a hitter?
It's really difficult because you're so new to this level of softball, but that's when you lean into the leaders on your team, ask them questions, find out how they've done it in their career and how to come out of it. And honestly, it's just trying not to ride the ups and downs, right? You get too high whenever you're riding a streak and then too low whenever you're in a slump. It's difficult to really find consistency, but trial and error, you're finding out for yourself who you are at this level and what your identity is going to be.
Taylor sends this up in the air. Charge for McKay. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down for Jory Hurd, and Alabama still leads 2-1 going to the 5th. Well, it's just 2-1, but this game's had a lot of action. South Carolina was squaring up pitches early.
Absolutely. South Carolina able to string some hits together with 2 outs. And then they got some help from the Alabama defense, an error from Jenna Young, hit hard off the bat of Ari Rhodey. Jenna Young just stepped back and allowed for a South Carolina run to score, but then Alabama answering back with the big swing off the bat of their best hitter, Brooke Wells, to take the lead 2-1.
And that's where we sit right now. Game has calmed down a little bit. A clean 4th for both Brisky and Jory Hurd. And a first pitch strike to Shea Anderson. 9-1-2 due up for the Gamecocks. Three-pitch K for Brisky. Number 4 on the night.
This is a great at-bat by Jocelyn Brisky. She goes at Anderson with 2 straight strikes and then works her rise ball up in the zone. 3 pitches, 3 strikes for the first out.
Back to the top of the order, Lelio, 0 for 2. Has hit the ball well. Yet to find the grass so far. Another well hit ball, that's foul.
Well, and Lelio, another one of those players we talked about. Rhodey, the numbers not quite where you want them to be this year, where they've been in the past, but always a threat. She hits the ball very hard. That's why she's in that leadoff spot.
There's a hard hit back up the middle. 5th hit of the night for the Gamecocks. And the tying run is aboard here in the 5th inning.
Exactly my point. She has such a good barrel. The hand-eye coordination is stellar. Just able to put the bat on the ball hard, find a hole.
And now here's the matchup. So far, Tori Inslee has controlled it. Two for 2 with a double and a single for the junior. In the air and foul ground, and Young makes a big catch for the second out.
And exactly what you want if you're Jocelyn Brisky, able to work out of that matchup with Inslee with the runner on, and now just 1 out away from escaping the jam.
Shelton 1 for 2, singled back in the 3rd. Last season, one of the best in the country at doubles. This season, 7th in the SEC, and comes from a background of a lot of success in the stick and ball sports. Whole family has either played baseball or softball. You see it right there. Dad Eric played baseball at Charlotte. Mom Bonnie played softball. Brother Colby graduated from Florida, started his college career right here in Tuscaloosa. And sister Kylie currently on the team at Florida Atlantic.
I would love to hear the Eric and Bonnie story. Baseball and softball at Charlotte. Just a storybook family, everybody playing.
It's back up the middle by Shelton. And with 2 outs, South Carolina has something cooking with Ari Rhodey coming back up.
This ball was hit really hard off the bat of Shelton. A pitch left over the middle of the plate a little bit and then right back at Brieske. You know, that doesn't feel good, but able to find a hit. And then again, Rhodey coming up, but I think we're going to see a pitching change.
Patrick Murphy will make the move. Brieske heads to the dugout, and the freshman Vic Moten will come in to reliever. We'll tell you about her on the other side. Well, Jocelyn Brieske has exited, and then in comes the freshman for Alabama out of Daphne, Alabama, one of the finalists for NFCA Freshman of the Year, Vic Moten.
She has been a star for Alabama, usually comes in on day 2, but Alabama going with her in relief. She is just a flamethrower. She throws really hard. She's able to work her rise ball, change up, drop ball. I mean, she has a little bit of everything, but it's how she can continue to move it through the zone with that 70-mile-per-hour plus speed that makes her so dangerous.
2025 Alabama Gatorade Player of the Year, a .85 whip this season. Coming in with 2 on and 2 out against Ariana Rhodey. Rhodey is 0 for 2, but reached on an error in the third that brought in a run. She had seen Brieske well, even with a hitless night so far.
Well, and again, I think Alabama just knowing the threat that Rhodey is and how well she's done in the past, finding a good time to make a pitching change with all the hard hit balls that South Carolina has had so far tonight.
Pinch runner is on. Nia McKnight is at second for Lelio. 2-2 on Rhodey. Full count.
Saw Vic Moten start walking off. She wanted that one.
Payoff from Moten. High in the sky towards left. Vandegrift will settle underneath. Side retired. Moten gets out of a jam, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Alabama still up a run.
Tournament is officially underway.
Crushes one. Smash this. Throw the bat. And the drama continues.
Tuesday. Wow, not that far away. The SEC softball tournament in Lexington, Kentucky. The final one on campus for the foreseeable future. And here's how the standings look. Oklahoma, Texas A&M coming up later tonight. The Sooners looking to wrap up a share of the title with a victory here in game one. Florida just beat Georgia moments ago, 5-3. So the Gators are a half game up on third place Alabama. And if those teams were tied at the end, the Gators would have the tiebreaker. Unless the standings flipped. Currently it would be record against highest rated common opponent, which would be Tennessee.
Yeah, Alabama falling in that series this past weekend. Either way, those top 4 teams getting the double bye, not playing until Thursday. So adequate rest this week, but I always love conference tournament time. There's a lot on the line, and it feels just a little bit more personal when you put a trophy at the end of the week, and especially when it's single eliminations, who has a deep staff and who's able to really get hot at the right time.
Yeah, Alabama is very, very close to locking up a top 4 seed in the SEC tournament.
And the last time that we'll see the tournament at one of the SEC schools. So Kentucky hosting the last one before this tournament goes to Madison, Alabama permanently.
Yeah, 4-year deal there, but Coach Woodard was telling us she's already been talking with the folks at the conference office. A lot of great ideas being discussed. And again, this is something the coaches wanted. They voted on it. And there's a lot of excitement amongst the SEC head coaches for what this means, not just for their individual programs, but for the conference as a whole.
Yeah, and for the product of softball. You want these athletes to feel like they're going to a big event, because the show that you're putting on the field is so good. The level each year just keeps leveling up, and you want the lights to be a little bit brighter at a tournament like the SEC tournament, and I think that common venue gives it that feel.
That one low on Kristen White. It'll be interesting as well to see how the tournament, NCAA tournament picture changes the calculations for some of these SEC teams. Slap to short. Anderson's throw is in time. And I just say that because there are going to be some teams who go to Lexington next week who need a good performance better than others. And I think South Carolina, if you look at it, a hot streak at the end. You know, you come in, maybe win the series or more against Alabama, go on a run in the SEC tournament. We've seen teams around their spot in the RPI make a late charge to get into the hosting discussion.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen that from South Carolina before.
This is crushed by Papillo. If it's fair, it's gone, but it is foul.
Oh, I need to see a replay. That one was hit so hard and so far out into the brickyard. See this ball. Somebody trying to catch it out there in the brickyard. Just foul.
Well, and keep in mind, because it was over the foul pole, that would not be a reviewable play for Alabama. Quick conference for Papillo with hitting coach Adam Arbor and Patrick Murphy before the 0-1 from Hurd. A battle between two seniors who've had the best years of their career to wrap up their time in college.
Saw the shift there from the South Carolina defense. You've got Shelton at second base, pulled into the 3-4 hole. Anderson over at short, pulled past second base onto the right side of the field. I think that shows Papillo she's going to continue to get those inside pitches. They're going to take away those defensive holes.
Shelton was playing close to the line as well on the single by Papillo back in the third.
Can tell Hurd being more fine with these pitches against Papillo since the single and since that foul ball home run. These pitches a lot more inside, hugging the chalk. I mean, you see the numbers, 406, 15 home runs. Papillo, that's an All-American season as well.
And she chases back on the outer half. Jory Hurd gets strikeout number 4, and we go to the 6th. Alabama still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Way to start Military Appreciation Day here at Rhodes Stadium. MH-139A Gray Wolf helicopters with the flyover, crafted by the 908th Flying Training Wing. And that's how we started off the day. And now off the clock, let's enjoy some Ritas and enjoy the softball. Alabama leads South Carolina 2-1. Scoring in the third, and that's all. 1 run for the Gamecocks, 2 for the Crimson Tide, and now Vic Moten on for her first full inning of relief, facing 5, 6, 7 in the Gamecock order. Jamie McKay, the senior transfer from Ole Miss, has been very aggressive, and aggressive again. Nice stop by Hawkins. What a play for out number 1.
We talked about Hawkins being a defensive star of the week. It's because she makes plays like this, can go to her forehand, let that ball go long, gets it on a great hop, and a dart of a throw over to first base. Just textbook.
Yeah, her diving stop in Game 2 against Tennessee, that was the play that got her Softball America's Defensive Star of the Week. Outstanding, heady play that saved a run.
When she always seems to create the right hop. Talked about it with the error on Jenna Young earlier, where you have to go create a short hop or a long hop, and she is really able to move her body, get in the right position, and she makes some plays that to the right and to the left. I mean, whether it's in the hole or up the middle, that are very hard, and she makes them look easy.
Byers loops this out towards center. Kristen White makes the grab. So good stuff from the freshman Moten. Now she'll face the senior Lexi Winters. 0 for 2.
I think the pitch count is key for Vic Moten tonight. She is most likely going to be game 2 starter. She has been most of the SEC season, and so how do you keep your pitches down, not let South Carolina get a good look at you before tomorrow?
As a hitter, what's the biggest difference between Brisky and Moten?
I think they're a little bit of the same. They both like to go up and down. I would say Vic Moten, she spins it so tightly, and she's able to, she's a little bit more wild, honestly, whenever she gets 2 strikes. And so with her, I would keep the same approach, you know, going up there, hitting something early in the count, because you don't want to let her throw some of her spinning stuff late, because she is so dangerous whenever she's able to get ahead. So to your, I mean, I think more similarities between the two than differences.
Moten versus Winters. And Winters will get it past Vandergriff. A diving effort, but it's a double for Lexi Winters, and the Gamecocks have the tying run in scoring position here in the 6th.
That's what I mean. You don't want to get behind in the count. You want to hit something out in front. Winters takes a rise ball left at her chest, and outfielders usually taught not to dive down the line. I actually like this decision by Vandergriff because it's a double either way. She goes all out for it, but not able to make the play, and Winters with a 2-out double.
A pinch runner for the Gamecocks at second. Ansley Bennett, freshman from Summerville, South Carolina. First hit for the Gamecocks in the 6 through 9 portion of the order. Now an opportunity for Tate Davis, 0 for 2. Hitting .275 this year with runners in scoring position.
We've talked about the postseason so much. This is where you train for the postseason. You've got a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Opportunities don't come often against good teams as you go down the stretch, and it's how can you train your offense to come through in these opportunities? Those are the teams that are going to find their way to OKC.
Leverage count for Davis. The 2-0. That's foul. Gamecocks 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position tonight. Just 1 for 8 in the series against Texas A&M last weekend, a series South Carolina won. Time called.
Marley Giles, the senior, I think just going to calm Vic Moten down. 3-1, ask her what she wants to throw.
Ball 4. Davis draws the walk, and now the go-ahead run is on base.
That pitch just missed outside, but a really good eye by Davis. think we're going to see a pinch hitter here in this 9-hole.
Yeah, Shea Anderson 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. So instead, Coach Woodard goes with the junior transfer from Florida, Norco, California native, Alyssa Hovermail. .227 average on the year, 12 RBIs.
That's a good spot. That's how you come back and get that second strike. That pitch on the edge of the zone, still up in the 70s.
1-2. Little O. Tough play. Hawkins to first. It got away. Bennett will score. This game is tied.
Hovermail not doing too much, just putting this ball in play. It gets a big bounce over the head of Ambry Taylor, and Saylin Hawkins trying to make the throw over to first base. But if you're Brooke Wells, you have to come off the bag and get that ball. It cannot get past you, because if it does, that's what happens. You score a run. I think Saylin Hawkins would like to have that one back because she's so stellar defensively, but she didn't have a lot of options because the ball hung in the air for so long.
Now Lelio takes strike one. Still waiting on the official scoring. It's a single, then a throwing error by Hawkins, allowing the run to score. So 2 unearned runs for South Carolina in this game. And the go-ahead run standing at third with Lelio, who's 1 for 3 facing Moten. Did not go. 2-2.
This pitch low and in. It's high heat, really close to the zone. Almost got the swing.
There's the swing, and a strikeout for Moten to end the threat. South Carolina ties it up, but Vic Moten ends the inning with a big K.
Moten bringing the energy with this pitch on the inside half, gets the strikeout, slams the door, trying to get the energy back for Alabama.
one mistake tonight. Jory Hurd has been outstanding in the circle for South Carolina.
She's been so good. She's been using her two-seam fastball, working it on the outside half of the plate to righties, inside to lefties, mixing in her rise ball a little bit, but she hasn't had to throw her changeup because of how good her hard stuff has been, which is exactly what you want if you're South Carolina.
Now the one mistake was to the hitter up now, Brooke Wells. A 2-run homer in the third, but outside of that, Hurd has been outstanding. One for two night for the Houston transfer. Two and two on Wells, who's trying to repeat what she did back in the third.
Wells, just a beautiful swing on a pitch. The inside half of the plate, knew it was gone immediately. She's the big hitter in this lineup and was a difference maker so far tonight.
Just missed. Full count.
South Carolina not trying her on the inside half of the plate in this at-bat. 5 pitches in a row on that outside corner.
Struck out Wells with that two-seam fastball in the first inning. Out towards center. Wells put a charge in it, and it's off the glove of Ensley. Brooke Wells, a leadoff double in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, Brooke Wells proving that she can hit every part of the zone. This pitch, low and out, left over that outside corner, and Brooke Wells just going with it. What an effort from Ensley in center field, going all out, trying to make the play for her team, just out of reach, and Brooke Wells is aboard with a double.
That was almost the catch of the year. But in a game of inches, it's Wells who gets the double, and now a pinch runner, Kinley Pate, coming on at second. And options abound for Alabama with Jenna Young stepping in. I wonder if this is a move the runner to third type situation. Young is 0 for 2. Swinging away, and she'll take strike one.
Young has struggled to get on time with those inside pitches. Right now is the exact time that you want to, because you're trying as a lefty to pull something to the right side of the field, allow Pate to get over the third.
That was pulled, but foul. Couple ground outs to second base for Young. That would work in moving Pate as well. She's got designs on something bigger.
You know, right now is the perfect time to be a lefty. This is when I would just simplify the game. I can hit a ground ball to the right side at any point in time, and that's what you have to be thinking if you're Jenna Young. Just put it on the ground. If you see something sweeter, put it out in the green.
This is over to short. Anderson will throw to first. Pate flashed right in front of her. One down.
I think Anderson here was just thinking one all the way, not thinking that Pate would take off on a ground ball. But Kinley Pate with the great base running gets herself over to third, and that's not what you want to do if you're Jenna Young, right? Hit the ground ball in front of the runner, but Kinley Pate with her speed still advancing.
South Carolina looking for the calm in a chaotic sixth. Go-ahead run for Alabama over at third. And the Tide will send up the senior Marley Giles.
Runner at third, 1 out, tie ball game. It's exactly where you want your senior leader up. And I talked about simplifying the approach for Jenna Young on a ground ball to second base. It's exactly what Marley Giles wants to do as well. Simplify your approach, hit a fly ball out into the outfield, let Kinley Pate use her speed and score a run.
Well, she might have to adjust the approach just a bit. Coach Woodard came out with a lineup card, and there will be a pitching change. Big situation in the sixth. Go-ahead run on third, and a new hurler coming in for the Gamecocks in this tie ball game. Massive moment for the junior from Fayetteville, Georgia, the transfer from Kennesaw State, Emma Friedel. She comes in with a runner at third and 1 out in a tie ball game in the sixth.
Friedel, she's going to throw in the mid to high 60s. Let's see her scouting report right here. She likes to work a drop ball, a rise ball, and a changeup. But she's able to put it in all parts of the zone and just becoming more and more effective down the stretch in this season, and a large reason why South Carolina has won their last 2 SEC series, but coming in a very big situation right here.
And she's gotten a lot better as the season has gone on, especially in SEC play. First 8 appearances, an ERA of 7, but look at that. Last 4, a 1.61 ERA. And she's looking for one thing right here against Marley Giles, an unproductive out that keeps Kinley Pate at third.
Absolutely, and when we were talking to Coach Chastain before this weekend, she talked about Friedel needing to get through these situations and them really needing a second arm to rise up, getting her opportunity here.
The Alabama native Marley Giles is 0 for 2. Ground out in the second, fly out in the third. That's ball 4, it got away. Pate will race home. Alabama's back in front on a costly mistake.
And just not the at-bat that you want to have if you're Friedel coming into this game. 4 straight balls, and this one a rise ball that is just way too high. It's a wild pitch, and Kinley Pate, green light all the way. She's scoring. Alabama takes the lead on the mistake from Emma Friedel.
Winters, after the wild pitch, trying to calm Friedel down, but it's a ball to start off the at-bat for Anna Roman. Pruitt came on to replace Roman in the top of the 6th in right, and now Roman has re-entered. Patrick Murphy with the lineup card out again. Will send in the freshman Garrett Griggs to run it first for Giles.
Attention please, pitch running for Alabama, number 2, Garrett Griggs.
If you're Emma Friedel here, you just need to settle in. You need that first strike. It's like in basketball, getting your first bucket of the game. You need your first strike.
There it is. Roman has seen it well. A single in the 2nd and a well-hit fly ball in the 4th. Got her. Big time strikeout for Friedel.
This is a nice job coming back. Friedel has good stuff, and she's just letting her stuff work. It's that rise ball. She gets underneath it, decides to go higher than the previous pitch to try to get strike 3, and it works out. She gets her first out of the ball game after entering.
Ball 1 to Audrey Vandergriff. Sophomore is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Hit and run fouled off. Well, the good news for South Carolina, you've got the right people due up in the 7th. Inslee, Shelton, and Rohde scheduled to hit. Friedel trying to limit the damage. Full count.
Good pitch, good spot on that outside half of the plate.
Here's ball 4. Walk drawn by Vandergriff. And Alabama's looking for a little more here in the 6th.
Third baseman, number 36, Ambry Taylor.
And good speed on base for the freshman Ambry Taylor. 0 for 2.
A little late coming in. Friedel throws mid to high 60s, 66, 67. A little late there from Ambry Taylor, but if you're Emma Friedel, you have to keep feeding yourself. I'm 1 pitch away from being out of this inning. I'm 1 pitch away.
Tide trying to keep pace with Florida, stay in the SEC race. Oklahoma, Texas A&M starting in about 10 minutes. South Carolina looking to stay hot. (3-1). Pop foul, full count. Payoff from Friedel. Swing and a miss. Emma Friedel gets out of it. But Alabama grabs the lead. The Tide up 3-2. Gamecocks have 2-3-4 due up. Don't go anywhere. 7th inning on the other side. Last chance for South Carolina. They're looking to tie it up, and they've got the right people to do it. 2-3-4, Inslee, Shelton, Rohde. Alabama leads 3-2 after a run scored on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 6th. And some defensive changes for Patrick Murphy, as Tori Inslee gets set to hit. Lauren Johnson now at left. Pruitt is back in and right. So Coach Murphy, when Roman had that at bat, must have moved her to the DP spot. There's Johnson. Vic Moten in the circle. And Tori Inslee, South Carolina's hottest hitter at the plate. Two for three with a double and a single.
Such a key at bat. Whether you're Alabama or South Carolina, the leadoff out is a big one, and a leadoff hit is a big one here in the 7th inning.
It'll be a leadoff strikeout. Vic Moten gets Inslee to chase for the first out.
Vic Moten not scared of the moment. She pounds the zone, finishes Inslee off with a drop ball. Beautiful pitch in the low outside part of the zone.
Shelton out towards center field. White makes the grab at the wall.
Kristen White has such good range. I thought off the bat this was going to tie this game up, but Kristen White finds the wall, able to make the grab for out number 2. She's having a lot of fun out there in center field. The crowd's going to come to their feet here at Rhodes.
Strike one to Rhodey, who's had a much better night than the stat line says. Oh for 3. And now 0-2. Back to the circle. Moten to first. Ball game. The freshman seals the deal. And Alabama takes game 1 against South Carolina 3-2.
It was gritty on both sides of the ball. Both teams squaring up pitches. But it was Alabama with the Brooke Wells 2-run home run and then taking advantage of the wild pitch from South Carolina to win this one 3-2.
Fun one to start. And we've still got 2 more matchups between these SEC squads to wrap up the weekend. We'll wrap up this game on the other side as Alabama takes game 1 against the Gamecocks 3-2. More after this here in Tuscaloosa. Alabama takes game 1 over South Carolina 3-2 here in Tuscaloosa. Gray Robertson and Kaylee Tao up here in the booth, now joined by Alabama first baseman, the sophomore Brooke Wells, holding punch the stuffed animal. Brooke, congratulations on the win. I want to go over your night tonight. You start off with a strikeout against Jory Hurd and then 2-run homer and a double. What was the key in your adjustments against Hurd tonight?
Kind of just, my first at bat, I think I saw every pitch. So, kind of just adjusting from there and knowing what I would get and just trusting my plan.
Brooke, I know how I would describe you as a hitter, the big dog. How would you describe yourself?
I don't know. I just want to get the job done for my team. So I guess just a team player.
Brooke, we've seen a little bit of everything in terms of where you and Alexis Papillo are aligned. At times she's protected you in the order, at times you've been behind her. What makes you special as a duo in this Alabama lineup?
I think we just pick each other up. And I feel like we're both kind of on time together. She got that single, I got the home run. We kind of feed off each other, and so I think that's what makes us so special.
Brooke, you're new to Tuscaloosa this season, and this will be your first SEC tournament coming up. What are you excited about going into Kentucky next week?
Just the environment. You know, I've heard so many special things about this place, so I'm excited to just go experience it.
And you've got 2 more games this weekend. Before that trip to Lexington against the Gamecocks of South Carolina, what's going to be the message after such a tight game in Game 1 to kick off this series between you and your teammates?
Yeah, just continuing to protect what we've been doing, continuing to build, and just trusting that.
Absolutely, Brooke. Well, congratulations on a fantastic performance and the win tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Roll Tide.
That is Brooke Wells. Big-time night, had the 2-run homer and had the leadoff double in the 6th that led to the game-winning run coming across. For my partner, Kaylee Tao, and our entire hardworking SEC Network crew, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long from Tuscaloosa, where Alabama takes Game 1 against South Carolina 3-2. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been a presentation of the SEC Network, and we'll see you the next 2 days this weekend. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you next time.